Michael Hernandez of MLH Media, and we are here today for the 10-second mark with another one of Crisp MMA's top prospects over there, Tyler Saelee. Tyler, how you doing today, my man? Another you're like the third, this is the third time, man. I may have to start giving you a reward for all this, man. And like, geez, you're always coming up on the show. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, man. I always enjoy being on your show, man. It's cool that you always reach out to have me on here, so I appreciate it.
Well, I gotta always have one of the 559 fight staples, man. You have increasingly every single time just managed to get more and more people out to these events and just more and more people out to support you for MMA. How does it feel to be kind of one of those guys that, and I was talking to Michael Ramirez about it, actually talking to him about your fan base and just how easily it seems that you attract fans. How does it seem that what do you think it is about you exactly that people are just drawn and be like, hey man, like I want to get behind this guy, like this is my guy, because I feel like you got a lot of those supporters.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just myself. I'm just a regular dude. That's probably what they like about me. That most people when they meet me, like no one even knows I fight because I never bring it up unless and they always just find out on their own or someone else brings it up. I'm just you know, I wouldn't say the most humble, but pretty humble. And then I don't know. I really don't
No,
know.
no, it's definitely pretty interesting because I always people ask, I've even asked me about you because obviously we've popped on this a couple of times and they're like, how is he like, talking? I'm like, honestly, he's super quiet. Like he's not really like he doesn't mess around a whole lot. I was like, the real most I've got out of him is that he listens to Taylor Swift here and there. You had a last time out, you had a canceled bout over with Gabriel Rocha. How did that feel? Kind of, this is your first time going through that with the amateur scene. You haven't really had too much of a time finding opponents except for this upcoming fight, and we're going to get to that a little bit later on. But was that like discouraging? Was that a little bit like how did it feel, especially after the last fight being a draw against Vlad Buren?
Yeah, I mean, it does kind of suck, but you just got to keep training and get through it. Um, Obviously, you're training hard for that moment, but it is what it is, and just come back better, man. Honestly, it actually probably worked out better for me because I was dealing with a foot injury the whole time. Like my foot was like black and blue 3 weeks
Oh,
out, and I couldn't even like kick or lunge or anything. So it probably actually
so
turned out for the best.
are you telling me that when we were on that video call, because I swear we had to have been on that video call 3 or 4 weeks out, you had a messed up foot for that fight against Gabriel Rocha?
Yeah, it was messed up, dude. It was pretty messed up, but I was like, you know what, dude? I should be fine. So
Man, that just goes to show you, man, you're always ready to go. How does it feel to go up against a guy Michael Ramirez that I oftentimes you kind of get these guys a little bit more of grapplers. I feel like Vlad Buren obviously having a heavy grappling style, Gino Gonzalez liking to go on the wrestling, and I know you got that wrestling background, but you kind of been waiting to have a guy want to stand it out and bang with you. How does it feel to get Michael Ramirez, a guy that kind of has that same thought in mind? I mean, a lot of his fights obviously have stayed up on the feet.
oh yeah, man. That's a really exciting fight, dude. He's really tall and like lanky, kind of awkward, but he comes to bang. I mean, he's slinging that right hand to kill every time. So I'm excited for it. It's gonna be a war. Um, I just think I'm a little more technical everywhere, and yeah, I think his best attribute, man, is his toughness and his lankiness. So
What were your thoughts about the pullout of Joey Hanford? Obviously, the whole situation with him, with the helicopter and
oh
everything. What were
man.
your thoughts when you had got the news? Because obviously, that I'm pretty sure getting that as a fighter, you're like, is he lying? Like, at the same time, it's like, dang,
Nah,
that's a crazy event.
yeah, I definitely didn't um like not believe him. I just felt a little disappointed because I was actually excited for that match too. Um, but honestly, him and Michael almost had the same style, so that's why I just jumped on the Michael fight, just like that as soon as they offered it. Even though it's a little heavier, that was fine with me. But yeah, I hope Joey Hanford's healing up, man, and getting better. That's a crazy situation, but respect to him for that kind of work.
Yeah, no, when I had first heard it, I was like, wow, that's absolutely insane, you know. But I know oftentimes like fighters pull out for the craziest stuff. We've obviously both kind of been around at weigh-ins, we've been around the kind of scene, and you just hear guys like slip in saunas, this and this happens, they're working out and a weight falls on their foot. Like the craziest things happen in preparations for a fight camp. And that's probably one of the crazier things that I've ever heard. But obviously very thankful for his work, especially here in the California area. You know, we're entering that wildfire season, and men like Joey Hanford very much needed with his work doing firefighting over there. I believe he does it for the Navy. I could be wrong on that one, but it was very I was very disappointed to hear, but also wishing the best for him as well. And just to kind of segue over a little bit, talking about the last fight with Vladimir, and how does it were you a little bit disappointed, or what were the thoughts when you heard about the December matchup for him? Because he's going to be obviously fighting for that title against Jose Estrada. Have you heard about the news? I know you kind of don't
Oh, I
really
didn't know
keep
they
in
were
touch.
fighting for a title. I knew they were fighting, but I didn't know it was for a belt.
How do you feel about that? Do you think with the win against Michael Ramirez, or with the really gutsy performance, it just do you feel like this fight against Michael Ramirez can propel you to a title shot against whoever is the winner of that matchup in December?
Yeah, I feel like I can, and I feel like Michael, he probably will bring the best out of me with his style. So, um, just looking forward to putting on a good fight, and I would love to get a rematch with Vlad or fight the other guy. Um, so yeah, we'll wait to see what happens with that one as well.
Yeah, Jose Estrada, another one of those guys that you're kind of talking about, like with the style wise, very, you know, he has that wrestling background, but he likes to keep it on the feet. This last fight out against Cheeto obviously wasn't the best performance for him, but man, you got to give it to Cheeto. Such a great performance out there at
Yeah.
559 fights 100, was able to establish the jab and win that fight. But to talk a little bit more about this upcoming fight with Michael Ramirez, do you feel like when you got this matchup, it was kind of like how you were saying, because you jumped on it right away. Do you feel like it was just kind of all meant to be, or was this just kind of like the way the cookie crumbled? Because I feel like this matchup, I know obviously Joey Hanford and you would have been a great fight, but I'm super excited for this fight now. Like I'm like wow, because I feel like you guys' styles are just it's gonna really complement each other well once those doors shut.
I guess it's just meant to be. I mean, I never like was even thinking about fighting him, but it just happened. And I was like, oh, you know what? This is be a good match. Yeah, it's actually a pretty crazy match. It's
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting him as an opponent, but as soon as they offered it, I just took it.
I don't even think me myself, other people, other matchmakers would have been thinking about this matchup. That's the kind of the crazy thing is, it's like it was one of those I was compiled. And it's like, wow, that's actually a really good fight, you know. And I feel like a lot of people are super excited for that fight. One of those people that possibly may be excited for that fight is Master Cordeiro. After watching you kind of perform a little bit at his conference over there at Elite Team Visalia, how was it to get to talk to Rafael Cordeiro and just get to kind of be in his presence, obviously having a lot of influence all over the Central Valley, and Doug Marshall and your coach Darren Crisp career, but just in general having a huge influence with Kings MMA as well.
Oh man, it was a great opportunity, and I was very grateful for the moment. He gave me a little talk, and he said some funny stuff, and I took it too hard. He told me what did he say? He said ugly man, but great technique. And I was like, oh man, I from Cordeiro, that means a lot, man. I was like, well, I got great technique. He said I have great technique, so I'll take that.
You could take that to the bank. If
Yeah,
Master Rafael Cordero tells you that you have great technique in Muay Thai, I think that will get you very far in any MMA realm, man. That is
yeah,
absolutely. I was there. I was in presence of that conversation. I heard a little bit of it. I heard when he said ugly. I
yeah.
still just I can't repeat that word. It's
That's
like the
funny,
fact
man.
that that came to his brain. It just that's such
A
a
funny guy.
Master Cordero thing. Yeah, and he does it with
One of
all
the
with a
best.
smile. Does it
Yeah,
all with a smile. His interview with me is very interesting. And also too, I still take his words. He told me after the interview. He said, "I'm going to see you UFC one day, right?" And I was like, we'll see, man. We're working towards it, you know. So I
Yeah.
always those are always some encouraging words that I take myself from Master Cordeiro. So it's nice to know that we kind of have a sh- a same little story to bear from the master. But talking a little bit more about your relationship with another gentleman, another coach that you have, Darren Crisp, that you guys have seemed to just develop this connection. And I was talking a little bit with Mark, and it just the Garage Boys, you know, you guys have all kind of been there together. You, Mark, Shane, JJ Madrid's joining the crew, obviously a little bit later on down the line. All you guys have formed together and kind of made this tight knit bond. How does it feel to be a part of that team? And just it's almost like the NWA over there, man. You guys are just kind of just standing on what you guys are believing in. You guys are developing those crisp Muay Thai skills that not a lot of MMA fighters are having out there, man. So how does it feel to be a part of that?
Oh man, I'm like super grateful to be a part of it. It's just crazy how it has all formed, you know, and we're just continuing to grow as individuals and as a team. And I'm sure we're gonna continue to add more people as time goes on and whenever DC, gets a building. So I'm sure we're just gonna keep getting better too. And it's it's for me, it's like the best place to train, man. It's I know it's just a garage, but it's straight like a doghouse, man. Everyone gets in there and grinds. Everyone's super tough, but also everyone's real technical, has skills, and everyone's pretty well rounded. And yeah, man, I actually just love being part of that team.
Have the holes been patched over there? I know last time I went there was a couple of holes in the wall. They still hanging strong.
Yeah, there's probably some more since then. Yeah, there's like a few more random holes here and there that I'm really not sure where they came from.
Whenever I've given a visit to the Crisp Gym, I'm like, man, like you just know, like how you were saying, it's a doghouse, man. Like guys are coming out of there and they're ready to bang, and you guys are obviously always ready to go. You guys got Mark Hernandez on this card. You guys got JJ on this card. 559 Fights has always been thankful for the contributions of Crisp MMA, always contributing guys and always ready to go, man. Always ready to bang over there at Crisp MMA. So I just wanted to give a little bit of time over here to give the thanks over there to the real DC, the real DC over there, over there in Visalia, man. But hey there, Tyler, is there anything else that you wanted to say today? I know that you obviously have a ton of help, a ton of supporters. Has there been anything that you really wanted to give thanks for? Has there been anybody that's been helping you out with sparring, maybe possibly meal plans? I was talking with Mark a little bit, and he was talking about how he's been getting on a diet. I've been seeing you've been eating pretty good as of late. Has that been trying to get up to that 170 mark, or is you just kind of on the same thing, trying to be on that professional fighter level of dietitian and just eating right?
Yeah, I'm always eating clean, man. A big part of it is my girlfriend. So yeah, she definitely is a big part of that. So shout out to her, and just shout out to all my teammates and my coach. Uh, without them, I wouldn't be here. Uh, it is an individual sport, and it's always up to the individual to show up and put in the work. But I wouldn't be getting any better if I didn't have this team. So, um, a lot of it goes to them.
Growing up, man, how does it feel to be just a growing dad?
Oh man, it's crazy. It's a blessing for sure, man. Uh, it's just a nonstop learning process. He's just continuing to grow and evolve, man. He's just so he's got to learn on the go. But he's
What's
he's a big boy, man. He's like 15 months, 14 to 15 months, but yeah, man, he's probably gonna be a really big kid.
I remember
Yeah.
I remember he was a little tiny thing. Now,
Yeah,
oh my gosh, a year. It's just time is flying. Wow,
flew
that
by.
is no, it really has. I still remember like the beginning couple of months, and wow, it's that's amazing to hear that everything is going well over there. Raquel, right? Raquel?
Yeah,
Yeah, Raquel doing well as well, correct?
yeah, she's doing good, man.
Yeah. That's always good to hear. I always love seeing whenever you're ready to fight because she is always ready with the support, always posting, always live on the comments, always ready to go. I always love seeing the support of the Saelee family. They're always loud and active, always buying out all those VIP tables. You already know if Tyler Saelee's on the fight card, those VIP tables are going to be flying quick, man, because your family is always out there in full support, man. So you always got to love it over there. You got to Shane Christie, man. He's fighting over there possibly on that December card, I believe, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's signed, and so I'm excited for that one too. I think that's a great matchup for Shane. I think Shane's gonna smash.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's a good one. That kid's a brown belt, but I think Shane's just gonna smash him.
I was talking to Mark earlier. I was telling him the first time I ever went to a 559 fight show, Shane was um Shane was sitting right in front of me. And I had no idea, obviously, 559 fights at the time, no idea of who he was and everything. And then he's like, yeah, I'm the 170 champ. And I'm like, oh crap, like what the hell? Like you were sitting in front of me the whole entire time while these fights are going on. And then obviously going on and doing the media course and interviewing him and seeing his career progress. It's been really special seeing the whole development of all of Valley MMA, and just really has
Yeah,
been it's really been quite cool to see all of you guys developing over there, especially over there at Crisp MMA. Been pretty cool to see that gym just grow and cultivate more guys, man. But Tyler, thank you so much for your time today. It's been really awesome getting to catch up with you. Really awesome getting to catch up with obviously all of the entails of your life. I know you are always one of the guests I get super excited to talk to. And I just wanted to give you this time. Any last messages that you wanted to share, man?
just uh, just come out next weekend, man, and watch the show. It's gonna be a great one. The whole card is stacked, like from bottom to top. It's gonna be a really good one, and I don't think you guys want to miss this one because I feel like there's gonna be plenty of wars.
Yeah, no, you definitely a lot of fights on there that I feel a lot of people are going to be super excited for. I will be making sure to be covering all of those. I'll be talking to a lot of those fighters this upcoming week, and you guys will be seeing all of those uploads as they are coming. Tyler Saelee, thank you so much for your time today. As always, you have always been a rocking guest, always been part of the MLH Media family as far as it goes in my eyes. So I really appreciate your time today, my brother. Michael Hernandez of MLH Media, and we are going to be signing out over here for the 10-second mark with the man, the myth, and the MLH Media legend himself over here, Tyler Saelee. Thank you for your time today, man.
Yes, sir.